In Q2, there are not many new smartphones that have launched, but if you want a new device, then you can choose a series of smartphone choices that you can buy at the end of May. We have summarized the May mobile phone recommendations based on the latest releases. So here are the recommendations for the end of May cell phones that you can choose. Depending on specifications and budget, please choose according to what you need. Vivo X200 Ultra Sports, a 6.82-inch Quad HD plus LTPO AMOLED display, 1440 by 3168 pixels resolution, with 120 Hz refresh rate, 1 billion colors support, Dolby Vision, HDR Vivid, and up to 4500 nit peak brightness, protected by armor glass coating. On the performance front, the phone is powered by a Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset, 3nm fabrication, with an Adreno 830 GPU, combined with 12 or 16 GB of RAM and up to 1 TB of UFS 4.1 storage, all running on Android 15, based on Origin OS 5. For photography, the triple-camera rear module comprises a 50-megapixel main lens with OIS gimbal, a 200-megapixel telephoto periscope, 3.7 times optical zoom, OIS, macro mode, plus a 50-megapixel ultra-wide lens with OIS. A 200mm extension lens accessory is also available for professional users. The 50-megapixel autofocus front camera is capable of recording 4K 60 FPS video. Power is supported by a 6,000 mAh battery with 90-watt wired charging, 40-watt wireless, and reverse charging. Vivo offers 3 elegant color options: black, silver, and red in a glass aluminum body that is 8.7 mm thick and weighs around 229 grams to 232 grams. Vivo X200 Ultra price starts from $1,043. The Motorola Edge 60 features a 6.7-inch POLED display with a resolution of 1220 by 2712 pixels, a refresh rate of 120 Hz, HDR10+, and a peak brightness of 4500 nit in a slim 7.9mm body, weighing about 180 grams. The brain is a MediaTek Dimensity 7300 chipset, 4nm fabrication, with Mali G615MC2 GPU, 8 and/or 12 GB of RAM, and up to 512 GB of microSD-XC expandable UFS storage. The photography sector carries 3 rear cameras: a 50-megapixel main with OIS, a 10-megapixel telephoto with OIS, and a 50-megapixel ultra-wide, while the 50-megapixel front camera is capable of recording 4K video. Power is supplied by a 5,200 mAh battery for the basic version, or 5,500 mAh for the larger variant, with 68-watt wired charging. Motorola offers IP68 or IP69 protection, as well as 3 stylish Pantone colors such as Gibraltar Sea, Shamrock, and Plum Perfect. The Motorola Edge 60 price starts at $331. Vivo IQZ10X comes with a 6.72-inch Full HD plus IPS LCD panel with a resolution of 1080 by 2408 pixels, which supports a refresh rate of 120 Hz and a peak brightness of 1050 nit. The body protection includes splash-resistant certification and a thickness of 8.1 mm with a weight of 204 grams. The device's performance is supported by a MediaTek Dimensity 7300 chipset, 4nm fabrication, combined with a Mali G615 MC2 GPU, 6 or 8 GB of RAM, and up to 256 GB of UFS 3.1 storage running on Android 15, FunTouch 15, with the promise of 2 Android upgrades in the future. In the camera sector, the IQZ10X sports a 50-megapixel PDAF main sensor, accompanied by a 2-megapixel depth lens, complete with ring LED flash and 4K video recording, while the 8-megapixel front camera supports 1080-pixel video. All features are supported by a 6,500 mAh battery with 44-watt wired charging and reverse-wired option, providing extra long endurance. The phone is available in 2 stylish color options, ultramarine and titanium. The price of IQZ10X starts at $153. The smartphone comes with a 6.3-inch Full HD plus OLED display, 1080 by 2424 pixels resolution, which supports 120 Hz refresh rate, HDR, and 2700 nit peak brightness. It's powered by the Tensor G4 chipset, 4nm fabrication, octa-core Cortex-X4/A720/A520 CPU, Mali G715MP7 GPU, combined with 8 GB of RAM and up to 256 GB of UFS 3.1 storage, all running Android 15 with the promise of 7 major version updates. The camera department features a 48-megapixel OIS main sensor and 13-megapixel ultra-wide lens, complete with Ultra HDR and 4K 60 FPS recording, with the 13-megapixel ultra-wide front camera also supporting 4K video. Power is supplied by a 5,100 mAh battery with 23-watt PD 3.0 wired charging, 7.5-watt wireless, and bypass charging options. The Pixel 9a is available in 4 colors: obsidian, porcelain, iris, and peony, protected by an IP68 body and Gorilla Glass 3. The price of the Google Pixel 9a starts at $724. The Xiaomi Poco F7 Pro sports a 6.67-inch Quad HD plus AMOLED display, 1440 by 3200 pixels resolution, featuring 68 billion colors, 120 Hz refresh rate, and Dolby Vision and HDR10+ support with 3200 nit peak brightness, which is covered in Gorilla Glass 7i and a glass aluminum IP68 body. The kitchen is powered by Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, 4nm fabrication, with Adreno 750 GPU, combined with 12 GB of RAM and up to 512 GB of UFS 4.1 storage, running Android 15 with HyperOS 2. On the camera side, the dual rear module consists of a 50-megapixel OIS main lens and an 8-megapixel ultra-wide, capable of recording videos up to 8K 24 frames per second. The 20-megapixel front camera supports 1080-pixel 60 frames per second video with gyro EIS. All features are supported by a 6,000 mAh battery with 90-watt wired charging. The Poco F7 Pro comes in 3 elegant colors: black, blue, and silver. The price of the Poco F7 Pro starts at $460.